Yeah, good afternoon, Achan. Could you please elaborate more about the differentiation between the ignorance and ditthi?
Ignorant cannot understand anything, just not understand, no idea. But now, is there any idea about what is appearing?
Yes, Achan.
So what is the idea about seeing? Usually,
Something.
eye.
Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is Diddhasava, because in truth it cannot be taken for I or anyone or anything at all. It's wrong. Understanding, take it for something permanent, while it's not permanent at all. But ignorance cannot understand anything at all. For example, right now, is there anything appearing?
Yes, Achan. Something appearing.
Can ignorant know that? Something?
Yes.
Or no idea at all? For example, what is there now? The question. To prove how much ignorance or how understanding is. What is there now?
Only it's flower, Achan, and people.
Is it wrong understanding or ignorance?
Wrong understanding.
With ignorance.
With ignorance.
Right.
Yes.
Not just ignorance alone, but it is the idea of someone is seen. I think that we shouldn't try to know the word, but at the moment when it's there, what is it is more important. The foundation, the basic is beginning to understand what is there. At the moment of one is trying so hard to know what is there. What is there? See?
Viriya. Attachment.
To
try so hard to understand what
to
is
the
there.
moment of trying as I try.
Yes, I try.
I think that first of all, there should be the understanding of what is there is right now or anytime then. What is there? There must be a reality never known before, that it is always there. The reality which experiences the object. Something is there. Because at that moment there must be a reality which arises and experiences. What is there? There must be the reality which experiences what, right?
Yes.
What is there? But that is so very, very enormous. No one thought about it, that at moment of what is there, a reality is there. Experience that. So now the innermost is the reality which arises from moment to moment, non-stop. Are you sure there is a reality which arises and experiences the object all the time from moment to moment?
Yes, Achan. Quite confident about that point.
That's why we learn to understand the truth little by little. What is there now is so real, but no understanding the truth of it. Is it a reality? That which does not understand the truth of what is there now, is it a reality?
Yes, it's a
So
reality.
we call it ignorant. That's all. Is there attachment now?
Yes, Ajahn.
Is there ignorance now?
Yes.
Together?
Together.
Or sometimes just ignorance without attachment, aversion, or anything at all. That's why we learn to understand what is there from moment to moment in life, begin to understand the truth. What is there? No one. But there is a reality. No shape, no form, no smell, no taste. It arises to experience only. So now what appears, visible object, or no matter what we say, is experienced by that reality which experience it.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about the question.
Can hardness experience anything?
No, Ajahn.
So it's not the reality which experiences the object.
Yeah.
But seeing sees. If we don't use the term seeing, there is seeing. It sees now. And the reality which sees is real. It's a reality. Whenever it arises, it has to experience an object. That's why each moment in life, there must be the reality which is conditioned to arise to experience the object through eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. 6 doorways. At moment of deep sleep, is there the reality which arises, experiences the object?
Yes, Ajahn.
How do you know?
Heard from the teaching.
At moment of waking up, right? Only.
Yeah.
That is different from the moment of deep sleep. But there must be the reality which arises, keeps on, experiences the object, but not the object through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, or the mind. But it's there. Because as soon as waking up, there is the understanding of the differences between moment of deep sleep and moment of waking up.
Can I ask, at the moment of the waking up, any nimitta of the Bhavanga Citta still can be understand, or just differentiation between
What is nimitta?
the arising and falling away of the realities, forming a nimitta of it?
The arising is the arising. The falling away of a reality is the falling away. So what is nimitta?
It's the kind of realities, I think.
Is there seeing right now?
Yes, Ajahn.
One moment or many moments?
Many moments.
Many moments. But what can be known is seeing only, right? Not the moment before seeing or the moment after seeing. Not the moment of liking. When we talk about seeing, it's the sign or the mark, nimitta, of seeing. It means that whatever arises cannot be known only by a single moment at all. Many moments of seeing we are talking about. Just consider whether it's real or not only one moment, because what appears also appears by way of nimitta. because seeing sees just only that one tiny dot of that which impinge on the eye base. So seeing is conditioned to arise to see. Can that which is seen impinge on the branch of the tree or the flower?
No.
Why not?
It just imping on the eye base.
That's it. And what is the eye base?
The rupa. Where seeing can, based on that, to experience
not
the object.
other rupa, just only one rupa, right? Which is different from other rupa, because it's the rupa which can be the one that the visible object can impinge on it. How many rupas of eye base?
Many, but yeah.
So what appears is the nimitta of the eye, nimitta of everything. So in truth, not only one reality can be known at all. It arises and falls away beyond expectation. How quickly, right now, from moment to moment, just one dot to another dot. So what appears is just a nimitta, the sign and mark of one reality. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. There must be citta before seeing, after seeing. So now in life, each moment, what appears by way of nimitta. No matter what is seen or experienced, anything which can be known by way of nimitta only.
Can I just pause a moment, going and just give a simplified summary for newcomers who because there are a lot of different topics and I know it's very confusing. So one of the topics that was stressed was the difference between those realities that experience an object and those realities that don't experience anything. And we discussed that this morning. So seeing experiences an object. That which is visible doesn't experience anything. The realities that experience an object are namas. The realities which don't experience anything are rupas. Another topic that was mentioned, the very first question was asking about the difference between ignorance and wrong view. So we learn that some mental states in life are wholesome, skillful, such as kindness or generosity or understanding, and some mental states are unwholesome, like attachment, ignorance, anger, for example. So we learn about what is wholesome and what is unwholesome. So ignorance and wrong view are both unwholesome realities. Ignorance arises whenever any unwholesome states arise. So at moments of attachment or moments of anger or aversion, moments of jealousy, moments of wrong understanding, ignorance must be there. It can also be there on its own when there is no attachment, no aversion, but just not knowing anything about what is right, what is wholesome, what is true. So this is ignorance. Wrong view arises with attachment. When there is attachment, there may or may not be wrong understanding. When one just likes the flowers, just wishes to smell them, attachment. But when there is the idea that the flowers exist in reality, then there is wrong understanding about reality. Because like this morning we discussed how what is seen is just that which is visible. So as soon as there is the idea that flowers are seen, a microphone is seen, not just using the words, but in reality we really think we see a microphone or flowers, wrong view arises at those moments. Ignorance is there, but at those moments there is wrong understanding as well as ignorance. So this is what the topic was about, ignorance and wrong understanding, two different unwholesome mental states. And then there was a discussion about sleep. So we know that sometimes in sleep it's very deep sleep. Other times it's dreaming and restless sleep, imagining all sorts of things. And when one wakes up, one knows that was a dream, different from when one wakes up, no dreaming, just from a deep sleep. So Ajahn was talking about the deep sleep and then waking up. We discussed this morning how there must be one moment of consciousness following another all throughout life. Moment of seeing is one kind of consciousness, hearing is another, thinking is another. Different moments of consciousness, one after the other. In deep sleep, there's another kind of consciousness, not nothing. So these are the deep sleep moments of consciousness following each other, one after the other. They're not.
Last topic to mention briefly was nimitta, and nimitta is the sign or image of something that rises and falls away very rapidly. I think we can all think of conventional instances of something in our life that rises and falls away so rapidly that there's just a blur of the original thing, but a continuous blur. So that's what a nimitta is. It's the image or sign from the rapid arising and falling away of successive instances of the same thing. And the question from our friend was, is nimitta real, a reality? And I think Ajahn is explaining that nimitta is not a reality, it's the sign of a reality. Thank you.
Is there nimitta now? What is that nimitta which is there now?
Visible object.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Conditioned realities. Yeah.
Seeing is nimitta of seeing. Because there is seeing on and on and on, arising and falling away unknown. So it's not just one moment of seeing. It arises and falls away so very quickly, cannot be known. So what is known is now seeing, so many moments of seeing, because one moment of seeing, just seeing a dot, very tiny dot, of that which impinges on the eye base. So in life, what appears?
Nimitta of realities.
Nimitta of everything, right? At moment of touching, is it nimitta of hardness?
No. It's the hardness itself. At moment of touching only, right? Single moment.
Just one tiny, so very tiny.
Right.
Does it appear as that, or it's hard?
It's hard.
Many
moments, yeah.
So okay. Hard, nimitta of hardness.
Nimitta of hardness, okay.
So whatever appears in life appears by way of nimitta. Many moments of that reality arising and falling away. The arising and falling away is not known now, so only nimitta, the succession of that particular object, appear by way of nimitta.
May I ask Ajahn, by way of the nimitta, it is arising and falling away as well, or a succession?
It's the sign of the reality that arises and falls away.
The sign also
The sign of the reality
also
that arises and falls away. It's the reality that arises and falls away. The hardness arises and falls away.
No,
So
I'm
the
talking
nimitta is the sign of that reality that arises and falls away. We can't talk about the arising and falling away of nimitta.
Okay.
It's the nimitta of that which arises and falls away.
But it also away, right? Because touching at this moment and other moment are different. I mean the nimitta of it. Like touching here and here. Very different sign.
So it's the sign of different realities.
Can there be two moments in a moment?
No, Ajahn.
So just one moment. So very quickly, rising and falling away. So what is taken for kunker, the ear or the eye or the hair,
Nimitta.
which is kunker?
At the moment of touching, then
It's hard.
it's hard.
The nimitta of many moments of experiencing hardness. Just one single moment cannot be known at all. The reality is conditioned to just arise and falls away instantly. How can it be known? But what can be known is by way of nimitta of that particular reality. Like touching, at moment of touching, many moments of touching, many of hardness, not just one single hardness which is touched. That's why no matter what, so very even tiny, that dust is the nimitta of the very, very fine, very, very tiny article, atom or whatever we call it. But as soon as it appears as just a dust, many moments. So have confidence of the truth, while whatever appears by way of nimitta only.
Ajahn mentioned is appear here, is appear or appear well. I want to ask about this point.
What is now appearing? Does it appear well?
No, Ajahn.
That's the answer.
Okay, so Ajahn mentioned
why it doesn't appear well?
Because understand not strong enough.
Because just close your eyes, nothing appears. And when just open one's eyes, many things around. Many and things. The nimitta of things, of many things. How fast it is. The arising of Dhamma, which is conditioned to arise and fall away from birth to death. The arising and falling away of any reality is not known right now at all. Even seeing is conditioned to arise, but the arising of seeing does not appear to be known. But in truth, can it appear to be object of understanding of the truth that seeing is only seeing, no one? Without the shape and form, it's the dog sees, or the cat sees, or the snake sees, or a human being, a boy sees. Seeing is just seeing, without shape and form. So is that คุณเกิน
In reality, no, Ajahn. In reality, but yes, Kunka.
Not at all.
Yeah, in reality, no.
The eye, the ear, the hair, the nose, the arms arises in split second. So without realizing the truth, there can never be the letting go, the idea of I or something at all. That's why learn to be true to the truth. In order to understand that we think that we were born, but where's that moment? Gone. Each moment gone. So no I, no thing at all. Is it true?
Yeah, it's true.
It's not you. It's right understanding.
No. Yeah.
See, which understand the truth. That the truth is what we are talking about. The seeing just a moment ago, gone forever, never to arise again. Whatever is conditioned to arise, falling away, never to return at all. Where was reality yesterday?
Gone.
Where was the seeing yesterday? Or
Gone.
just this morning? Or just right now? Gone. Just have right understanding of the truth, that's all. Because there are ignorance and other realities. Ignorance cannot know what is there at all. So it is attached to that which arises and falls away, no matter what. Whatever is there is the object of attachment because of ignorance. Not understand that seeing now falls away. So it's I, and seeing is still now. It's there from morning, and there is still seeing right now, on and on and on. That is wrong understanding of that which is conditioned to arise to see and gone. Because ignorant of the truth, no understanding the nature of that which arises and falls away at all. That's why we learn to understand what is true and what is not true. What is real and what is not real. And learn more precise about one moment. What is there? Whatever is there must have the other reality with it. Nothing can arise alone. For example, seeing cannot arise without the arising and falling away of the rupa, that which impinge on the eye base which has arisen, conditioned seeing. All gone. Ignorant or understanding.
At moment of seeing, no ignorant, no seeing.
Ignorant when there's no understanding. And understanding is moment of understanding, but they are all gone, never to return. But once it's there, it cannot be lost. It's gone, but what is there still there? The stain, the taint of what has arisen is still there. Condition. The other moment, once there is the understanding of the truth, understanding, not just remembering, so firm, never lost.
Thank you, Ajahn.
But it's gone. So there are the word Asaya, Anusaya. Many words of the truth, little by little.
So hardness here, not the same. nimitta of hardness here appearing different from nimitta of hardness there, but it's still many moments of experiencing hardness for the nimitta of this hardness. So it's the hardness which arises and falls away.
Just want to go back to your original question about the difference between ignorance and wrong view, which is a good question. Wrong view, there's wrong view and right view, right? What's another word for view in this context?
I think understand.
Understanding. Wrong understanding and right understanding.
Mm.
Does ignorance understand anything?
No.
Does it understand wrongly?
I don't know. Ignorance, not understand.
Not understand.
But not understand wrongly, right?
Right.
Mm.
Right. So that's the difference.
Don't understand and understand wrong. Okay, can you give an example?
Well, I didn't say ignorance doesn't understand. It's true it doesn't understand rightly or wrongly, but it's ignorant of. Ignorance, what is the opposite of understanding?
Opposite?
Of understanding.
Not understand. Wrong understanding.
No, because that's understanding too.
Opposite of understanding. Hiểu và I have no idea.
Ignorance. The answer is ignorance.
Okay, I think in English. Okay. Ignorance, yeah.
So ignorance doesn't know anything.
Okay.
Right understanding understands correctly. Wrong understanding thinks it understands, but it understands wrongly.
You mentioned about the ditthi, right? Or ignorance.
I'm talking about understanding now.
Okay.
Right understanding understands correctly.
Okay.
Wrong understanding thinks it understands correctly, but it's wrong.
Right.
About that.
And you are talking about what realities?
Sorry?
And you are talking about what realities?
Right and wrong understanding.
Not about ignorance or ditthi?
Well, I can only talk about one reality at a time.
Okay. And then initially you're talking about the understanding, right? And the wrong understanding. What is the wrong understanding in realities? Because I still confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I say is let's just try to think of a simple example.
Ditthi, đúng không? I think I'm confused wrong.
Well, let's talk about do deeds have consequences? Do deeds bring results? Can deeds bring results?
You mean the action? Deeds mean
yes,
action?
Yes.
Can be?
Yes.
It's a karma, yeah?
Yes, you say can be, but that's what you've learned, right?
Yes.
Do you have any view of your own about that?
No, just heard from that.
Right.
Just heard from that, yeah.
Right, so no understanding about karma.
No.
Right or wrong. But if you firmly believed that it doesn't matter what I do, life will be the same in the future, regardless of good deeds or bad deeds. If you firmly believed that and acted upon it,
okay,
that would be wrong understanding.
Wrong view there.
Wrong view.
Okay, got it.
And of course, when we come to the understanding of conditioned dhammas, such as seeing invisible object, if you firmly believed that all the sense door experiences occur at the same time, and the seeing and hearing are mere physical operations, not mental operations,
Okay.
that would be wrong view, wrong
Okay.
understanding, if you firmly believed it.
Okay.
But if you just speculate about that, it's not wrong view, it's just wrong thinking, just a kind of thinking.
But it not.
So if
Okay.
I ask you, for example, is this pen, is it hard or soft to the touch?
Hardness.
Hardness. But you don't know that.
No.
But it's just an assumption.
Assumption.
So you're not holding any view about
Yeah,
that. It's
okay.
not a question of
Okay.
right or wrong view.
Mm.
Just an assumption based on experience.
Okay. You are only talking about the ditthi, right? Not ignorant yet, right?
Well, I've mostly been talking about ditthi, but we can talk about ignorance now.
Okay. Yeah.
Ignorance doesn't understand anything, and it doesn't even know anything about the object.
No idea about the object.
Right.
Okay. Mm.
It does experience the object, but doesn't know anything about it.
Mm. Doesn't know, because yesterday Sarah said it experienced very clear about the object,
Well,
but doesn't know that. What does that mean?
We don't talk about experiencing
Experiencing.
clear, because then we're getting into the realm of experiencing well, for example. But
Okay.
Then I'm talking about the characteristic of the citta.
Mm.
For example, the seeing itself experiences what is visible clearly.
Okay.
But after the seeing, there can be thinking with ignorance, just not knowing anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Or wrong
Okay.
understanding, taking it for being a microphone
Okay,
that's
okay.
touched. But the citta itself experiences its object. It's not ignorant, it's not understanding, it doesn't like, it doesn't dislike, it doesn't focus, it just experiences the object exactly as it is.
So
conventionally, ignorance
Yeah.
means that one hasn't even heard about something. So I'm ignorant of so many areas of life because I've never experienced them.
Mm.
But in the Dhamma, it's the mental factor that does experience something.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's only ignorance of something that is being experienced.
So, like Sarah gave an example that after the moment of the seeing thinking, with the ignorant, take it as something. We are mentioned about the ignorant, right? Ditthi.
As soon as
I'm
they're
confused.
taking of something as something, then we're not talking about ignorance. We're talking about something else, possibly right or wrong view.
Ignorance just has no idea. If I say to someone, what's touch now? No idea. Ignorance.
Mm.
But if I don't know if that helps at all. But if your question is how is ignorance known, then
No. I just because sometime in the Vietnamese discussion, sometimes Kuntambat give an example for easier to understand what it in theory is, not try to touch, but give an example or something to somehow can imagine what it is in characteristic, not just in the word, right?
It's difficult because, of course, we're talking about momentary dhammas, and there can be ignorance. There is ignorance arising with attachment too. So there's ignorance and attachment at the same time.
But I think it's quite clear now for me.
Is there any knowing now of what is experienced? At this moment, is it known what is experienced?
the moment's no experience.
Is there any understanding, any knowing about what is experienced right now? Ignorance, not knowing.
No, yeah, right. Okay.
When we
Okay,
hesitate, it means
Yes.
not knowing.
Okay, got it.
Ignorance.
Mm.
No view that it's
No view, okay.
something or that
Mm.
it's a jhana or something wrong. It's just not knowing. Not
Okay.
knowing.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'm quite clear now. Yeah. Appreciate.
Do you see me?
Yes, Ajahn.
What is there?
I see. Ignorance.
And
Idea of self.
I see you.
I
No
see.
doubt, no doubt.
I see, no doubt, I think. No doubt.
just
Ignorance.
Ditthi.
Ditthi.
Speaking
You-
conventionally, there's
What about what is now?
What is doubt?
Ignorance. Right?
I'm not got this point.
What is now?
What in now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ignorant for
No
sure.
answer because of ignorance. And when you see what is now, seeing is now. Is that ignorance?
Seeing not ignorant, but together come after that.
Seeing is now, or now is seeing. See,
See. Yeah.
beyond thinking.
Yeah.
It has to be understanding the truth of that very moment. That's why we learn little by little to understand. For example, what is there now? At that moment, no answer at all. But ignorance is there very quick. What is there? And when it's something, it's a glass. What is there? What is it? It's a glass.
Ditthi. Idea of something.
Atta.
Yeah.
With ignorance and with attachment, unknown. That's why there are four kinds of the very subtle, akusala, unwholesome reality. Ignorant is unwholesome. It cannot understand the truth. And at that very moment, clinging to the being, for sure. Bhavasava. And no understanding, ignorance, avijjasava, and kamasava attached to the object which can be experienced through the five ways. So subtle. So we learn to understand ignorance is not attachment. It's not aversion. It's a moment of no understanding of the truth of what is there. Even we say it's a glass. Is there ignorance?
Yes.
How do you know?
We not understand correctly.
That's it. With attachment, a glass.
Yeah.
ignorance with attachment and ditthi.
Ditthi. Yeah.
unless it's kusalajita, in which case no ignorance or wrong view.
But when it's the idea of a glass existing, it must be akusala at that moment. In reality, the idea it's something there. So ignorance, attachment, and wrong view, different from just like not knowing what is here now.
Are you question to me? No? It's okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Dear Ajahn, I heard that the condition for development of panya is not only like listening the right teaching, wise considering, but there is also association with the wise. And I remember there's also one sentence in sutra like being the island of yourself. Can you please give me the right understanding about the about association with the wise and also being the island of yourself? Thanks a lot.
The statement about being an island to oneself goes on after that. Do you know what it goes on to say?
Sorry, I don't know.
With Dhamma as your companion, as your refuge.
Dhamma is the refuge.
Yes. So
yeah.
be an island unto yourself with Dhamma as your refuge.
Okay. Yes.
So it doesn't mean don't associate with good friends or wise people, because the way for Dhamma to grow in the Dhamma is those 4 factors that you mentioned.
Okay. So it's concerning the 3 realm: take refuge to Buddha, take refuge to Dhamma, and take refuge to Sangha. Is what you mean?
Sort of. That's taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma, Sangha. So that's having the understanding of the Dhamma and the Buddha's qualities, yes, and the qualities of the enlightened beings. But it's one and the same thing. We can summarize that by saying the Dhamma. Yes.
I see.
Even if there is association with the wise or listening to the Dhamma, can anyone else develop one's own understanding?
No.
Can the Buddha make anyone understand?
No.
So we live alone. It's an island to oneself. It has to be one's own understanding that develops. So many people listen to the Buddha. Some become enlightened immediately, some after a long time, and some went the opposite direction. So it depends on the habits and accumulated understanding. Be an island unto oneself. Just let understanding develop. The Buddha cannot enlighten one. One's friends cannot. No one can. Only the development of understanding itself.
Yes, I see.
Do you have, excuse me, do you have good friends?
Yes, on Zoom only, but not like to live directly with side by side.
How good? How good? What way to be good friend?
Give me the better understanding about life.
Be kind.
Yes.
But more than that, the one who condition right understanding of the truth. Because good friend can be good friend in many ways, many aspects, but the highest one is the one who saves you from ignorance and other unwholesome moments when there is the right understanding of the truth. So the Buddha is the best of good friend.
Even the Buddha he passed away already, and then it means that the Buddha, the best friend, is the teaching of Buddha. Yes.
And for that, it makes no difference whether one's in Germany or Vietnam or on Zoom or here. It's always the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, that is the very good friend.
Yes. I'm sorry.
The good friend that helps one to be an island to oneself and develop understanding.
Yes, I see. It depends to the accumulation of each one. I heard about this, but I wonder because in the past time, the Sangha used to live together in the group. So it's a conceptual interpretation. And I wonder sometimes because I live like quite isolated from Dhamma friends. And yes, can you please explain more?
Yeah, this is a different meaning of Sangha, and it's very common nowadays for any group of people to refer to themselves as a Sangha. But the meaning of Sangha in the triple gems, the third gem is just those beings who have followed the path and become enlightened, because they are the proof, if you like, of the correctness of the teaching, that other people have developed understanding as taught by the Buddha and become enlightened.
In the Buddha's time, some lived alone, some monks lived alone in the forest without others around, some lived together in communities in the town, different lifestyles. Some were maid servants, some were kings, different responsibilities. But the realities, the dhammas as taught by the Buddha that we've been discussing, seeing, hearing, ignorance, wrong view, exactly the same no matter whether one is living on one's own or living in a group. And in truth, we all live alone, living alone with seeing, living alone with hearing, living alone with joy, with sadness. And as the Buddha said to Migajala, if one's living on one's own in the forest with attachment, one's not living alone. But if one's living in the busy place, if one's in the marketplace without attachment, then one lives alone. So it all comes back to the understanding. Otherwise, one may think, oh, if only there were other people around, then there would be more understanding. But that's not right understanding.
I see. So the most important condition is listening to the right teaching.
Listening, considering, like you do, even though you're on your own in Germany, a lot of listening, considering, reflecting, reading, joining Zoom, and very careful considering, no matter busy with your work, no matter sick, still there are dhammas, always back to this moment, anytime.
Yes, yes, thank you.
However hard life can be, there's still dhammas. It can still be the development of understanding that they are anatta, no self, no thing, just different dhammas.
Yes.
We are now together, many people. Are you living alone?
Yes.
When?
By as Sarah just said, as I have the seeing alone, and yes, etc.
At moments of understanding, it's just seeing now, that is living alone.
Yes.
So, living alone is I am living alone, or what?
The citta arises alone, one by one moment.
Until no one at all. Only the ultimate truth, reality arising and falling away, never to return. No one, no friend. no anything at all, no atta, something, because or anatta, just one reality arising by conditions at a time.
Yes, Ajahn. It's truly the best medicine for. I cannot say letting go, but to get over the sorrow. Like when my father passed away, I used to like to listen to Dhamma all the day. But when I stop, I feel sad again. And yes.
Even when there is sadness, it's a Dhamma. There can be understanding even then of the sadness, living alone at that moment with understanding, because it's just for a moment, conditioned and gone. It can't be any other way. We think it's my great sadness, but it's a Dhamma that arises, it falls away. So understanding can develop even at those times. No one can make joy arise all the time. There must be times of sadness, great sadness. But understanding can understand that those are Dhammas.
Yes,
Any time, any place. Better than just thinking, oh, I'm so alone and...
Yes. The idea of self and the tendency to dislike the unpleasant feeling is very strong.
And to think, oh, the problem is I'm on my own, and this, but the problem is not understanding Dhamma as Dhamma.
Yes.
Clinging to the idea of I.
Very deep. Thank you. I pass the microphone to my son.
Lean on the microphone. Now they all want to hear.
Yes. And I often today morning I very impressed about the question of Ajahn asked about where's the moment now, and also I think back you have many times to say that we are very professional on a play with some things, story and everything, but we almost forget about the experience. And also like Alberto said about the talk the term innermost, the chitta is very quite important for us to hearing about us this again, to more familiar and for more habitual of the mind, to more to more thinking and to more about examination about the chitta also. But I think the chitta that you said is a chip of the experience, but something like the anger is very sometimes strong anger we can very easy to know, oh, that is the anger, but it's very hard to know about the chitta. We're not familiar with chitta, but the anger or something like pain were very easy to recognize. So I want to hear about the distinction between more why chitta is quite hard like it, but the anger, the heart, the pain, everything easier for the normal person when they're thinking about in life. So the chitta is in a mode, but what's the difference between chitta and also the other cetasika? The anger, the something like that feeling, maybe is the most appear, general appear in life, and I want to hear about it.
Doesn't mean that which appears. It is the chief in experiencing. When we were talking this morning about ayatanas, there are those which are inner and those which are outer. So the eye sense, the ear sense, and so on are inner ayatanas. Seeing, hearing, the chittas are inner ayatanas, whereas what is seen and the mental factors are all outer ayatanas. So chitta is referred to as inner ayatana, because it is the chief in experiencing, accompanied by the cetasikas, the outer ayatanas. I think that one can just consider it as that which is the chief, the leader in experiencing the object.
So inner and
But
outer.
it doesn't mean that it appears more, not at all.
Yes. Okay.
Like the heart of an onion, for example, or the heart of an apple, the core of the apple, accompanied by the flesh that has to be there with it. So the innermost is like the heart or the core, the chief in experience.
It's not means that it's harder to know that. Inner that means harder to know, or it's in the role of the reality. It is just
like eye sense, which is easier to understand, that which is seen, or the eye sense.
It's not easy to
not easy to know, but it is like the core. Without eye sense, there couldn't be the experiencing of that which is visible, and without citta, there couldn't be any experiencing of any object.
I got it. Okay.
So it's like the heart, the innermost, the chief.
But I don't think it implies more difficult to be known. I'm not sure about that, but that's what I would say. So it depends on the individual whether.
But it can be said that it must have to higher level of the panya can be experienced or not.
I like Johnson. I don't think one needs to think like that. What about some subtle rupas that are outer? So we don't need to think about that. Just think about the citta as the heart of experiencing, or the chief of experiencing.
Okay, I got it.
The innermost.
And I have another question. I hear about sometime about Achan said that after hearing 3 moments, the lobat is there. And also yesterday discussed with some of my Vietnamese friends said that Achan says that when we wake up, the eye is there. And with my understanding, it refer to some asava. But the question of friends Ray is to make sure asava, we have the 4 kinds of asava. And so that means it can be make sure that after 3 moments of wake up, it is the DT asava, or it's only refer to the asava only. And a little bit a technical question, but to make more clear about it.
So there are 5 sense door processes of consciousness. There has to be, after the deep sleep cittas, there has to be the citta, the consciousness that adverts to the object, the visible object, in the case of the eye door process, followed by the seeing consciousness, which sees the visible object just for a moment. And this seeing consciousness is a result consciousness, result of karma, followed by 2 more cittas, also the result of karma, followed by the citta, which is like the doorway like our friend, the little boy likes to be the doorman. So like that, it's like the doorway from the result citas to the kusala or akusala citas, the wholesome or unwholesome moments of consciousness that arise even in the idle process before there's any thinking, when usually they are unwholesome citas. And the asavas refer to the very, very slight attachment or ignorance that arises with those moments of consciousness, even 3 moments after seeing, with those akusala, unwholesome moments of consciousness. So it may be just very slight clinging. Like now, we may think, oh, there's no real attachment, but there's slight attachment almost all the time. And there's also slight ignorance almost all the time, with or without the attachment. The attachment may be with wrong view. We talked before about so quickly what is seeing sees what is visible, and instantly, 3 moments after the seeing, it can be with wrong understanding. No thought yet about this is a glass or the color is clear or anything like that, but it's just what is seen is experienced with wrong understanding, something there instantly. So these are different kinds of very subtle attachment with or without wrong view and ignorance, or just very subtle clinging to experiencing, clinging to existing can arise, very, very subtle in the mind or process. So it's just very, very subtle kinds of clinging and ignorance that we have no idea about. Like we may think now, listening, understanding, wise considering, but even now, the subtle ignorance and attachment is arising most of the time.
And because of the nature of asava, namely that they are so slight as to be not capable of appearing to be known, there's actually no way of knowing which of the asavas is arising at any given moment. But I'm assuming that Ajahn is referring to the fact that maybe the first thought on waking up is, I'm awake. And it may or may not involve wrong view, that thought. But anyway, if there's an asava, then it may be of that kind. Who knows? So we can only speculate which of the asavas is arising at any time.
Are you there now?
Certainly, yes.
See, what is that is not you. But instantly, I see, I hear, I think, I'm sitting. Each moment. We cannot count the 3 moments. They do not appear. Just 3. Even 3 do not appear. So what appears, I am here, or I am seeing, I am hearing. To learn just the different realities from moment to moment. Seeing at that moment is real. It's a reality. It experiences that which is seen, because there must be the reality which arises to experience the object. Otherwise, there's no world, there's no thing, nothing at all. But because of that reality which is conditioned to arise to experience, each moment. From birth, we use from birth, but before birth there must be death, last life, death, gone. It conditions the next moment instantly, like now. The reality which arises and experiences continue from moment to moment. No one knows. That's why learn to understand the truth of life. What is life? If there's no reality which experience anything at all, how can whatever now be the tree and the window and so on? That's why learn to understand only one moment at a time, because in truth there can be just one moment at a time, the moment of experiencing an object. So there must be the moment experiencing the object by seeing. Seeing is real now only at moment of seeing. At moment of thinking, there's no seeing. That's why we talk about ayatana. What is there just in a moment? There is attachment, aversion, memory and feeling and so on. But what is there in a moment? Who knows? At moment of seeing, there must be that which is seen, the object of seeing. Otherwise, how can there be seeing if it doesn't see anything at all? So there must be that which is seen only when there is seeing. Just a moment of seeing. No one. Learn little by little that what is there has to be one kind of reality. The reality which experiences the object, or the reality which cannot experience the object. We cling to that which is the object. Like now, is that clinging to the flower?
Yes.
Clinging to what? In truth,
Shape and form.
only that which is seen. We can say color or visible object or any word, but in truth, what is experienced is the object of clinging instantly. Instantly does mean one moment. For example, 3 moments after seeing, there is attachment, but 3 moments are not known at all. What is known is attachment and that which is seen. That's why each moment arises and falls away in split seconds, so very rapidly. But what appears in life is only seeing, right? Each day, every day. Hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking of what has been experienced. That's why the citta, even it's a reality arising each moment. It's the innermost. It's covered up by the ignorance and clinging to that which appear at moment of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking. So nothing can be taken for I or anyone at all. Each one is different conditioned realities. And this is the way to let go. Wrong understanding of something or self, the word of atta, in truth, all gone. Each moment arise again, experience again, on and on and on, as something. Because the rapidity of that which arises and falls away, which appear by way of nimitta, of a reality. Nimitta of this, nimitta of this, nimitta of everything. But in truth, what is seen has to impinge on the eye base, and how tiny the eye base is. So can the whole room impinge on the eye base? Impossible. It's just like putting a dot on the paper, just one dot. Cannot be a house or a dog or a cat. Many dots makes it something instantly. So the rapidity of the succession of that which is conditioned to arise so very rapidly. Condition nimitta. So it's the word of nimitta, of a reality, but it's more than that. The nimitta of one reality, like whisper object, many moments. The nimitta of different colors, one color at a time, form up the shape and form of something to be known as banjati. This is taken to be something different from this. Banjati. What is there by nimitta? Make known as this and this, and this and this. Even the eyebrow and the eye and the nose, so very rapidly, just appear instantly, but in truth, different moments, one moment at a time. That's why we learn about the ultimate truth, whether it's true or not, just one moment of experiencing an object, condition the idea of the nimitta to be many people in this room, the light, the table, the flower, and everything, the chair, see? So learn to understand ignorance. It cannot understand the truth. I see, no I, and seeing's gone.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. It's very useful.
So it's like we live in a dream world. We know when we wake up, it was just a fantasy, a dream. But even now, during the day, it's like a mirage. What is seen is like a mirage. We imagine there are flowers and people and trees around. But in fact, there are just visible objects seen, sounds heard, tangible objects touched, and so on. But because of the memory and the thinking, it seems we live in a world of people and things. And Ajahn mentioned one important term, atta. Atta means self or something. So it seems there is an atta, a self, now experiencing people that are seen, things that are seen. But in truth, the Buddha taught that all dhammas are impermanent, as we've discussed. Any reality like seeing or hearing arises and falls away. All dhammas are anatta, are anicca, are impermanent. That which is impermanent, not satisfactory, is unsatisfactory because it's gone instantly. It cannot be made to last. And all dhammas are anatta, not self, no one, no thing. So there are just these different dhammas arising and falling away. No one there, no thing there. Is this difficult to consider, or does it make some sense?
Dear Ajahn, may I have a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, dear Ajahn Jonasara, so you mentioned about the nimitta. I'm wondering what is the difference between nimitta and concept?
So the nimitta is the sign of the reality now, the sign of anything, everything now. Concept, panyati, means makes known. So microphone makes known what is here, but actually there is no concept, there is no microphone. There is just hardness that is touched. There is just visible object that's seen. So we use the word microphone, the panyati, the concept, and it can be used with right or wrong understanding. Usually when we talk about the microphone, it's just talking with ignorance. or attachment. But when there is the idea that it exists, it's wrong view. So the concept is the opposite of the reality that is experienced. At a moment of thinking now, concepts are experienced, different from the visible object or the hardness, the realities which are experienced at moments of seeing or hardness. We have to use concepts in life. We're talking now about concepts about realities, concepts about hardness, concepts about seeing, concepts about visible objects, concepts about flowers. So concepts make known what is here and now, and they can be thought about rightly or wrongly. But the nimitta is the sign of whatever appears now. The hardness that is touched now can be known by way of its sign. It has a characteristic, and the sign of that hardness, of that characteristic, can be known. But it's always by way of the sign, like a image or a photocopy. It's the sign of the reality, not the reality itself, which is known. Because, as Ajahn explained, the hardness itself arises and falls away, is experienced countless moments even now. So it's always nimitta of the hardness that appears, nimitta of seeing, nimitta of hearing. So nimitta is not a concept, it's the sign of reality, or the sign of whatever appears now.
I suppose another way of explaining the difference is to say that concepts are ideas the mind forms based on what is being experienced or what has been experienced in the past. So the mind can think of anything and think up anything. That's a concept. And concepts are the currency, the language of thinking. So that most of the day there is there's more thinking in a day than there is experiencing through the sense door, obviously, because for each sense door experience there are multiple mind door processes. The nimitta is not something created by the mind or from memory, but it is an aspect of the reality that is being experienced due to its rapid rise and fall.
Thank you. It's much clearer to me. Yeah, so the word idea makes me have more understanding. Yeah. And also regarding the concept, I have another question. So when I see you, for example, after a lot of the mind door, or the eye door and the mind door processes, I have an idea of the image, joy image. But then, like a moment later or tomorrow, I do not see you, but I can still picture joy image. So I'm wondering what make or how the picture, that picture or that new concept is formed.
From memory. By thinking and memory. Thinking with memory of the past. So just like you can just now picture the scene in the lunchroom when we were there having lunch. Mm-hmm. That's all.
I'm not clear about the word memory. What do you mean by memory?
So there's memory at each moment, and it marks what is seen. Like afterwards, if I say to you, what color were the flowers? You can remember, because each time of seeing, there is the marking and the remembering of the different colors and the shapes and the flowers. So later there can be thinking about the flowers on the table. because of memory. Without memory, no thinking about any ideas at all.
So do we mention the? Do you mean the sanya?
Sanya.
Memory, the sanya.
Sanya at each moment. Sanya conditions the thinking. Like someone who has not been here may have no idea who Jonathan is. No sanya marking that image, so no thinking about it.
So the sanya, the sanya at the moment have the seeing. It mark and remember the color,
the visible object, the color, the visible
and
object.
Then later on,
again and again, and then there is the marking, the remembering of that visible object. It conditions thinking about it, thinking about the image that you mentioned, the idea about the visible object.
So that sanya condition the new sanya at the moment of the thinking, of the we are picturing or imagine about that color again.
So what conditions the recollection of a particular object is down to many things, and we don't need to know precisely because we recall some silly things suddenly from the past. There's no point to it. And then certain objects like my face, there's no need to especially recall. So it's by conditions. If one has an interest in something, then that would be a condition for recalling it later, for example. But otherwise, who knows? And it's not possible, and it's not necessary to figure out exactly how all this happens, but just to appreciate it all happens by conditions.
Sorry, by conditions?
By conditions,
it happens
yes.
By conditions.
It happens by conditions.
Yes.
That's the important thing. And we don't know what those conditions are.
Thank you.
Without Dhamma, can there be concept?
No.
So is Dhamma a reality or concept?
Dhamma is reality.
And how come to be concept? There is reality, Dhamma. How come to be concept?
It's thanks to the long processes of the seeing and the thinking, maybe the hearing, and the thinking think about the object, maybe
so now
several nimitta.
Just talk about one concept. What is it?
Like a flower.
Sound is a reality.
Sound
is a reality.
Yes.
Flower.
Flower. Flower.
Oh, flower.
Yeah.
Flower is concept.
Yes.
What is the reality of flower?
The color. The color.
The color.
Yes.
So what is that? Is one color or many colors?
Many color.
Many colors. So it just arises and appears by way of nimitta, shape and form. Without the different color, can there be something small or big?
No.
That's why reality arises and falls very instantly, so very quickly. What appears is nimitta of whatever is there, nimitta of seeing, because now there is seeing, but it's the nimitta of seeing, the arising and falling away, so very quickly. The nimitta of that which is seen, visible object or color, not just one. From one moment experiencing something red and the other moment something brown, condition what is there as nimitta, shape and form, different shape of flower, different shape of the leaf, different shape of anything, right? And when it appears as different shape, it make known as what is what. What is what? what is what by nimitta, by the arising and falling away of the reality very fast, very rapidly. So without reality, there cannot be nimitta. Without nimitta, there cannot be concept. So concept is not real, but reality is real. And nimitta of the reality is just the sign of a reality, because each reality arises and falls away so very rapidly. And it cannot be in word at all, right? No word for dog and cat. But it knows what is what by nimitta. So it's the concept of that which is seen, or that which is heard, or that which is touched, and so on.
That's a good topic, and we can continue at 5, Ajahn. At 5, yes, please.
Thank you, Ajahn Jonathan.
At 5 p.m. we meet at Ajah's place. Thank you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.